Well, good afternoon. How are you?
Good afternoon to you, ma'am. I'm super elated and everything is going so far so well. How about you, ma'am? How are you getting on?
Yes, it's going pretty well for me as well. My kids are home early today because it's Saturday. But other than that, my day has been quite productive today. How was your day
Oh,
so
wow.
far? What did you do?
Yeah, yeah, actually, at a early morning, woke up today and like I did a lot of things. I had a class, online classes related with my coachings, and I did it. I had a conversation with Indonesian person, so
Okay.
that I will upload on my YouTube channel as well. So yeah, there are a lot of things that I did already. So my day was like productive so far.
Okay. So tell me a bit about yourself before we go ahead.
Yeah, of course. I would love to expose about myself, but before going to that, I'm extremely grateful for you, ma'am, because you give me the chance to have a conversation with you here. I'm so grateful for that.
Okay.
My name is Jasim Sarkar, and I'm from West Bengal, and I have been working as a spoken English tutor for last few years, and with a personally, I've been continuing my studies as well. That is pretty much about myself.
Okay. So do you work for any particular platform or are you a freelancer?
Like I have an account on freelancing or freelance website, but not that much consistent. Now I have been working on my own community that is Talk Tight. So it's quite online based because I'm not, kind of full time things that is for me. It's just a personal thing for me to earn money and like to help to the people, those who are really struggling in a spoken English in a creative way.
Okay. So is it your own startup, Talktide?
Yeah, it's my own startup. You can say that.
Okay, wonderful. So how long has it been that you have taken this seriously?
uh, it has been like last 2 years that I've been taking it very seriously, but last 3 years that I've been teaching to the people. Like I taught
Okay.
a lot of people, those were in IT sector, doctor, like BTech students. So yeah.
Okay. So
So
how did you learn English? Like, did you study in English medium or vernacular medium? Like, what was your journey from a learner to a trainer?
mm, actually, I'm from West Bengal, so here everybody used to speak in Bengali, as you already know, our native language. So I went through all the studies from government board, and like I never ever used to speak in English before. I couldn't speak even a single word. So I went through a registering concert, and like there where something has happened with me. Actually, I was standing, like stood in a diamond side of the line, and suddenly a group of people they asked me, brother, what is the particular time? I'll just think come on the stage in English, and I was like freaked out on that moment because I'm a Bengali communicator. How I will communicate with them? I didn't even have single idea. So I got a robust realizations like I have to overcome this problem, I have to be universal one, like I have to learn this language, otherwise I will feel inferior or more. So then I started my journey. We took a course. I did a course initially, and then after that, I practiced with a lot of people. I led the session, I host the session, and then like after that, I started like let's give like when I realized that now it's time to provide some kind of help to the other people, those who are struggling in spoken English, because I'm from West Bengal board. So I can easily connect with them that what kind of challenges they are going to face or they are facing. Right. That was my
Okay.
journey.
That's quite a journey, I would say. And if you have been training people, right? So I think I've also heard this about Bengal. Like many people are not in favor of learning English. They prefer not to learn English. So is it true?
Yes, that's true. Like I agree with you. I think it's not for in West Bengal. It's I think other states as well. Means if you really want to learn this language, people will treat you that, why you were speaking in English? Just you have to go out from this country. You have to go USA or United Kingdom. This is not a perfect place to speak out. So yeah, that happens here a lot. But I don't care about it because I know who I am, and without me, nobody will help me to overcome from this problem. So started my journey. So if I talk about, I'm not from Kolkata. I'm from Darjeeling side and the north side of West Bengal. So it's a big colleague side. Here nobody used to speak even a single word of English. So it's very challenging for everybody those who want to learn this language. But yeah, it is your responsibility. Otherwise, nobody will help to you. Yeah,
Definitely.
started my
And
journey.
you teach only spoken English, is it? Do you teach grammar, etc.?
I teach grammar, but you know what I realized from my journey that is Initially, some basic grammars will like are needed, but what I believe strongly, when I will make some kind of mistake or tripped up a small mistake that I'm doing, and I'm able to rectify the mistakes or the things, then I think it's a perfect time to focus on the particular grammars or deep grammars. Then the grammars will help to me. That which I realized. But yeah, I also teach to the people some grammars, basic grammars, according to their like I provide some customized courses. Customized means what kind of resources, what kind of content is needed for them, like, accordingly that I provide.
Was it difficult for
Still, I've
you?
been learning. Yeah,
Yes, definitely. Each one of us is a learner for life, right? You keep learning one or the other
absolutely,
thing. So, was it a challenge to
absolutely.
find students for you?
Yeah, absolutely. It was really very challenging to find out the students initially, but now it's quite like I'm able to find out the students in a different way. So it's quite convenient for me, but I have some limited slot. I don't have a lot of slots that
Yeah.
I can give to them because I'm just 21 years old. So I have to work on myself. As I already mentioned, it's just a side thing that I've been doing. So I have to work on myself as well. So I've been working on myself in a high octane. So let's see what will happen in future if I get a chance. Then I will do some a CELTA certification or other TEFL or TESOL certification if it's feasible for me.
Hmm. I think TEFL is pretty easy, but I think when you go to CELTA, it's a lot more expensive and very time
Expensive, yeah.
consuming to get CELTA.
Time consuming.
Yes.
Yes, that
And you
I.
told me you're a student, right? So, what are you studying?
Currently, I'm studying. Like I just recently graduated with a major of zoology, and now I have been preparing for competitive examination. Yes.
All right.
That's
So,
why
would
that's
you?
why I mentioned that earlier. I had a class, some online classes. I just completed. I just finished that class, and then I did some sessions.
So, do you think like English teaching, you're going to take it like for further as a career, or are you going to go ahead with your competitive exams if you get selected in
For
one of
now,
those?
yeah, of course, I would love to go with my competitive examination. Yeah, I can make it as a. I will not say for now. I don't think so. That would be my career. So in future, I will decide it. Like I can help to the because I have some only one intention that I want to help to the people. It was my childhood dream to help the people, but destiny has does this way. So it was not even though my plan to become a teacher, you won't believe to me a reality that I would love to expose here. That is, I went through all the studies from government board. So from my childhood, what I received from my teachers, they're not good at like teaching. They're not good at their behavior and everything. I would not love to blame to everybody. Some of them they're not good. So as I already mentioned that I'm a student. So of course, whatever the teacher they will behave with me, that I will grab from their self. So always I think about it like I will never be teacher whenever I will be elder. So yeah, but now I'm really falling in love with teaching. Like I love to teach to the people when they appreciate to me. I'm just 1 years old and like I'm providing some classes to them. So yeah, that also helps me to improve my English communication skill and other things as well. Like especially the confident.
Confidence. Okay. So,
Yeah.
while teaching students, how do you like take it off? How do you start teaching? Like, do you teach conversational English, or how do you design your curriculum?
Okay, so actually, for me, in spoken English, there are three key points. The first one is that listening, reading, and speaking.
Yes.
So initially, I provide to them some kind of resources according to their levels. Means I just find out a level. This is called CEFL level of test, Common European References of Framework of Languages. I
Okay.
just take a test, five part of test like speaking, reading, listening, vocabulary, and writing, and
Mhm.
accordingly I decide in which level that they are in, and then I provide some kind of listening materials, reading materials, and speaking materials because I believe strongly listening will cover your 70% spoken English, speaking will cover 20% spoken English, and reading will cover 10% spoken English. But it doesn't make any kind of sense that you are only doing listening practice and you are thinking and you are expecting that you will become a fluent speaker. You have to be meticulous. You have to add full of attention each and every points, each and every parts. Yeah, that is three parts that I provided to them for the. It's actually a 3 months course because I believe strongly getting
Mm.
a result it will take around 3 months. And like today we have a main our main topic related with that question. That is it possible to become a fluent speaker within 50 to 30 days, 15 to 30 days? Of course, so we will discuss about it. But although if I talk about or more thing about my courses, then I would love to say I also provide some grammatical things like according to their levels, what kind of grammars they have to digest right now, and other stuffs as well. Some creative things that I love to provide. Some games like time travel talk games, reading flow games, then picture analysis, then word articulation game. There are a lot of games that I made up by my own.
Okay.
So yeah, that I love to provide to them.
Oh, that's really interesting. So I believe you provide only online classes, is it?
Yeah, now I only providing the online classes because it's quite convenient for me. I got some opportunities to provide some classes in some coaching centers, on offline coaching centers, but my family, especially my mom, not allowed to me to do this.
Okay, but I think online is pretty working pretty fine and it's way more
Yeah,
convenient.
convenient. Yeah.
Yes. Okay, so when you start teaching students grammar, so what is it that you focus on? Like if it is if somebody is a beginner and they want to learn spoken English,
Mm-hmm.
so I would say try to focus on your tenses and get them right.
Mm-hmm.
So what
Mm-hmm.
else do you think they should focus on and how they should study grammar? Like should they buy some grammar book? Should they do some activity exercises? What do you recommend?
Oh, that's a great question. So I just provide them some kind of things related with that, like I don't highly recommend them to buy any books, those who are beginner. I would highly recommend them just focus on some basic grammars related with helping verb question words, WH question words, and moral verb question words. Because I think in a conversation, like if I am asking some questions to you, for example, and you are not asking me any kind of questions, that is like that doesn't make any kind of sense, like right? We will not move forward our conversation or more. So that's why asking question to each other that is really important. So for that, WH question word, helping verb question words, and like moral verb question will cover all the things. Like I hope so. And also provide some kind of grammars related with prepositions, but not initially, after
Yes.
some time. Like I believe strongly we have to start from zero whenever you have to start. Like there is a shadowing method in listening, right? So
Yes.
shadowing method is a final step, but we have to understand, for the beginner I'm talking about, they have to understand at first the language, the speaker, what they wanted to say. If they are not able to understand, they will feel bored, they will feel stuck, they will not watch it consistently and continuously. So for that, we have to understand at first. This is our first intention. And then after some time, we will focus on the shadowing or imitate method. Because if I want to study around 8 hours today, so it will be never be possible. I have to start from 1 hour, then after tomorrow 2 hour, then like 3 hour, then I will achieve 8 hours, right? So
Yes.
that's why we have to start always from zero.
Okay, that is really nice to know. So, any questions from your end before
Yeah, of
we
course.
jump into
Hmm.
discussing whether it is whether it is possible to become fluent in 30 days? Before we come to the main thing, was there any question you wanted to ask me?
Yeah, of course. I have a lot of questions. So, ma'am, can you like tell me about yourself? Because I don't know about you. Like, please introduce yourself if it is possible.
Sure. So, my name is Shanta. I am from Karnataka. I'm a TEFL certified spoken English trainer. I used to work on a platform prior to starting my own YouTube channel. So, by qualification, I'm a software engineer. I worked in the IT industry for a few years. But after like a long career gap, I started off as a trainer and then I started my YouTube channel. Now I'm only working on my YouTube channel. So, that's pretty much about me.
Wow, amazing. So I think you are also a teacher and you're providing some classes. I think so. It is fully in online or offline.
I used to, but not anymore. Only online I used to provide, but now I'm doing only YouTube.
That's great. That's great. Actually, there are a lot of people. They ask me, "Do you have any YouTube channel?" Like they ask me to that, "Do you have any YouTube channel?" I was like, "I don't have any YouTube channel because I don't have that particular time." But I'm so grateful for you, ma'am, that you are providing some kind of classes to the students those who are really ambitious to learn this language free of cost. So I'm so grateful for that. By the way, I have one another question. It's a common doubt which I receive from the learners. whenever they just try to learn a new vocabulary, they just forget about it after a week, after a month. So, what kind of suggestion that you would love to give to them, those who are facing this challenge right nowadays?
Yes. Point number one is to not focus on a lot of words at once. Maybe target at
Exactly.
2, 3 words a month, because learning words is no big deal. You can just like
Mm,
go read a lot, note down the new words, make sentences. That is how
mm,
you can accumulate. But how to turn them
mm,
into active vocabulary, that is going to take a lot of practice. So rather than targeting to a lot of words, maybe like 5 words every single day is too much. I don't think that is even possible. So aim at maybe 2, 3 words a month, uh, to make yourself perfect, to make it a part of your speech. First, start off with limited number of words, whichever you come across. Second, I would say it is a good practice for you to write down the meaning of that word and make a few sentences about it. And whenever you come across the word, do not focus only on the word. Focus on the context in which it is being used.
mm.
Just don't jump right to the dictionary to find its meaning, because the
Absolutely.
word's meaning
Mm.
changes according to the context that is it is being used, isn't it? So focus on
Mm.
the sentence, try to analyze and understand what it might mean. Then when you confirm,
Yes.
then it will reinforce in your brain that this is the word which I can use in this context and this is its meaning. So it'll reinforce in your brain. Like that, frame sentences, and I think revision and repetition is the key to remember anything. So I think weekly
Absolutely
once
agree.
at least you have to keep repeating about it. Whenever you're having conversations, keep that word in front of it and try to deliberately use it in the conversation. So as and how you keep doing this again and again, it is effort, honestly. Nothing comes easy. And words are such a thing, it's really difficult. You have to listen a lot. And as and how that word keeps falling to your ear again and again, it will start naturally coming into your speech. So I would say take in a lot of input, try to remember it deliberately while having sessions, and then make it a habit. So that is how I think people can incorporate new words. What do you have to
Yeah, yeah,
say?
absolutely. Yeah, I agree with you totally. I always must to say to the people, just try to take only 1 to 2 words daily basis if you can. Because we have to be realistic. If we set some unrealistic goals, I think this will never be possible to remember all the things. And as you already mentioned, the revision is the main key. So, yeah, we have to revise. I think we have to activate our hippocampus, right? It's a neuron of our brain,
Mm.
and whenever we will it will be activated automatically, it will convert it into a long time memories. So that is important. But what I did like nowadays, that whenever I just try to learn any word in a day, I just try to apply this word in the same day. For example, I learned a new word today, that is like honing in on. So I think it means full of attention. So
Okay.
the thing is that like I have to use it today. Like I have to use it today because if I use it on the same day, then I can easily grab it. Like it will automatically connect with my mind, right? So
Mm.
I do it. Also make some kind of
Okay.
sentences as well to make it as a context. Like as you already mentioned, we have to learn it as a context. So for that context purpose, I make some kind of sentences, a different kind of sentence structures as well. Yeah, that is my method that I follow.
Okay, coming to the burning
Okay.
question. So, is it possible to
Yeah,
become fluent in 30 days? What do you think?
it's so trending. It's so trending. Like if I talk about everybody, they just try to search on YouTube, Google, on whatever, ChatGPT, whatever the applications or social media is existing. Like so, like if I talk about my opinion, so I believe that this is just a skill you have to develop with the time, with the consistency, and with the commitment of yours. How much commitment that you are putting out here. So it will take time to process. If I talk about within 15 days, within 30 days, it will never be possible to become a fluent speaker if I see those who are in the beginner level, those who are not able to articulate the sentence structures. So for them, it's not possible, even though this is just skill. It will take time to develop. Still, I have been working. And I had a conversation with an Indonesian person. She also told me that for last 4 years, she has been working on English. So see it.
Okay.
Like we have to like follow it continuously. You have to be consistent. Like automatically after 2 years or 1 year, you can see the changes of yours. And how much changes has like attracted towards you.
Yes.
So
If you
I'm
have
wording
felt,
like I'm wording. Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
please complete.
Go ahead. No, no, no. I like please proceed.
Okay. If you are like extensively putting in maybe 5, 6 hours a day
Hmm.
only for English, maybe I think in 3 or 6 months, you can reach from one stage to the other, like
Yeah,
maybe beginner to intermediate.
absolutely.
I think it will
Yes.
take at least between 800 to 1,000 hours to reach there. And then also you will reach like basic conversational skills. But to become to the A2 level, I think A1, A2, then B2 to maybe advanced speakers.
Even.
Even more, they may need like 200, 300 hours more.
Hmm.
That too, if you provide like 4 to 5 hours of study time every single day, then otherwise, I think average it is like around 9 months to 2 years, depending on how much immersed you are with the language.
Yeah,
If you're all the time listening, all the time surrounding yourself with English, I think it is easier to acquire the knowledge. But if you just have like, English specific time, like 1 hour a day, 2 hour a day, so I think it will take a lot of time. Now, minimum, I think like 9 months to maybe 2 years for the proficiency. It depends again on your grasping power because every person is different. What for them might not work for other people. So I think it depends person to person.
absolutely. It depends person to person. And those who are watching this video, I hope so. Now it's clear for them what is the reality. So it's just a reality check, and we have to be realistic. We have to live in the reality, right? If we think about, for example, if we are thinking about our result, we are expecting about our results. It's like before starting our journey, because there are a lot of students, there are a lot of people, there are a lot of friends of mine. They ask me that, like, when like I will be a fluent speaker if I start from now. So I think there isn't any kind of boundary time. You have to start, like, no need to think about the result or a time, certain time. Just practice how much you can. Just add all the efforts right now. Live in the carpe diem, and like add all the efforts in the present moments. No need to worry about the result. After 2 years or 1 year, you will, and you can easily see, or 9 months, whatever you already like told to me.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. If you're focusing too much on the result, you will be disappointed now and then. Very often you will be disappointed.
Absolutely.
So you
Yeah.
just have to focus on the journey and you have to enjoy the journey. Once you love doing something, results will not matter to you because results will follow. If you just put passion and put your hard work, results will have to follow, right? So just I think keep yourself immersed in it. Do not take it as my target is this.
Hmm.
Fluency is my target. No, learning is
Yeah.
your thing. It's your habit. Just make it your habit. Results will follow. Everything else will follow. But you have to enjoy the process and not feel it like, oh my God, English, I'm not able to study. I'm still not perfect in English. If you have that kind of expectations, I think it's going to be disheartening for you.
Absolutely. And all the time we have to be positive. We have to follow some affirmations. We have to speak out some positive sentences about our goals. Now I have a goal related to English, that I have to become a fluent speaker. Like, of course, I'm no matter whether I will improve or not, I have to speak out that, yeah, I am a great speaker. I'm improving day by day, like this kind of affirmations. Initially, when I was like started doing this kind of thing, I was like, what is this? Like, is it really possible to attract the universal connection or subconscious mind, activate subconscious mind? And after 21 days, like after 30 days, the result that I received, like, so impressive. Like, my mindset has changed. Like, that was so robust.
Oh, just in 30 days, you were able to, uh, see visible changes. So what did you do? Like,
Yeah.
how did you connect?
I just normally, if I talk about like when I started the coaching of mine, that was beginner spoken English course for 30 days. You won't
Mhm.
believe to before joining that course, I just searched on YouTube how to introduce myself, because I,
Yes.
didn't have a single idea that how to introduce, like, and I joined on that group, and I just only focus on three key points which I already mentioned about that: reading, speaking, and listening a lot. And now I'm not into reading in genuinely, but before I into in reading. And if I talk about, I practice a lot. Actually, I practice a lot. So more than a 5 to 6 hours I give. So it
Okay.
was like very challenging, but yeah, I did it because I just finished my intermediate, then I started my journey. So
Okay.
that was like the time was quite like, feasible for me. Like, there were not any kind of challenges or any kind of work pressures. So yeah.
By 4 or 5 hours of practice, what do you mean? Speaking practice?
Yes. speaking practice. Actually, I found out a particular environment like where I practice with some other speakers. They are also beginner. They were also beginner, but I practice with them some kind of small topics. Like started from small topics. Let's talk about pain. Let's talk about books. Let's talk about like this, and then I started upgrading this thing, and then I just go for some other instant topic, rapid fire sessions.
Mm.
Like instant topic and rapid fire session is like so powerful I have ever had in my life. So that is, if anybody, those who are struggling for the interview and those who are struggling for other like articulations, they have to highlight something in their company. I hope so that instant topic and rapid fire session, if they are practicing through some kind of topics every day, automatically they will understand that how I have to articulate the concept or my line of thinkings. Yeah.
Yes, definitely. And for you, how long did it take for you to become fluent, starting from that beginner stage?
I don't know whether I'm a fluent or not still. But if I talk about, still I have been learning because, as I already mentioned, that learning is a process will never be end. We have to learn whatever we can learn till the end of our breath, right? So, after 1 year started my journey, like in teaching profession.
Okay. Like beginner to this level of English, it took for you 1 year for you.
Yeah,
And
one
that too
year.
with like
Yeah,
so much of practice, like 4 to 5 hours a day you used to practice. Like you're totally dedicated to this language. So
dedicated.
that,
I was so ambitious. Still, I'm ambitious to learn this language.
of
I
course.
still practice a lot. And
Now,
as you
how
know
do you practice?
already,
Because you are no
mhm,
longer a beginner, right? How do you practice? Like, do you have any online friends?
I practice. Okay, so I just practice on Episode, and it's been 2 weeks for me to connect with a different kind of people over there. So Episode is a great application.
Mm.
And if I talk about whenever I just go to my bed, I just like wear my headphones or earphones and like listen some kind of C2 level of podcast, C2 and C1 level of podcast every day. I just listen. I just listen. I didn't do any kind of related with imitate process or shadowing. I do it sometimes, but I'm not into it like that much. I initially did a lot, but now I just only listen the podcast how much that I can.
So, who is your favorite podcaster? Who are you listening to these days?
My favorite podcaster is like Jai Sethi. Do you know?
Okay, of course, yes.
Yeah, my favorite podcaster is Jai Sethi. I love to watch his videos, but I'm not following regular basis because I don't have that much of time. But yeah, it's also excuse for me because I accept myself that I'm putting an excuse because you have to find out you have a lot of time. You have 24 hours, like 12 hours sleep, 7 hours sleeping or 8 hours sleeping. Then the other time we will get like absolutely we'll find out your time. It's just an
Yes.
excuse. So yeah, I usually listen some kind of podcast related with some listening podcast only. Not guest will come like Ras Samani or other channels as well. Like just listen the podcast,
Yes,
listening podcast.
though he speaks like a native speaker, but still his speech is very clear. I think anybody can understand his English. What do you think?
Yeah. Absolutely, I agree with you. Agree with you. So that's why it's like that much popular.
Yes, of course. Okay.
Yeah.
So
By the
any
way,
other? Mhm.
yeah, I have question a lot. I have to ask right now. Okay, so ma'am, I have a question for you. That is, if you start again your journey from zero, what kind of changes that I would love to add in your journey again?
In terms of learning English?
Yeah, in terms of English, learning English. Yeah.
Okay. So I started learning English since I was a child because I went to an English medium school. But now, if you think like as a grown up, if I have to learn English again, maybe I would do a lot of listening practice. And nowadays, I think we have a lot of resources. But when I started learning English, there was nothing as a resource other than my school and my teachers. That is it. Because there was no listening practice other than academics and no watching, no podcast, no chat GPT, nothing. But now, if I have to learn English, it's so much more easier, I would say. Just
Mm-hmm.
like research for a few prompts through which you can become fluent only through chat GPT. You don't need anybody else
Absolutely.
because it will give you your reading material. It will provide exercises, activities for you, which you can solve. And particular area where you are lacking, maybe prepositions, you can ask it sheets, and then you can solve those sheets and you can improve yourself. So I think now if I have to learn, it is way more easier for me. I'll do a lot of listening practice because I am a listener. I love to listen. I'm not a speaker. I am a listener. I speak less, but I listen more. So I would listen a lot.
I can
And for
see.
speaking, of course, I would find online friends to practice speaking. I am also shy because I don't know. I am a shy person and I don't know how long it would take for me, but to start off, maybe I'll start with my listening practice. I listen a lot, and I think keep talking to myself. This has always been my thing, talking to myself. So I don't need another person. Or either I look into the mirror, or if I'm too embarrassed, I look into my phone and speak. So maybe that is how I would practice now.
That's a great method. I really much appreciate it for that. So, as you already mentioned, that listening is like you want to add the listening things or more. And I already mentioned that listening will cover 70% spoken. It's not my opinion. Those who are taking research continuously, they are
Mm.
declared this like listening will cover 70% spoken English almost. Like, so when we were at our childhood time, we listen a lot from our surroundings and how we can grab our native language. Like, right, my native
Yes.
language is Bengali,
Yes.
and I don't know. So you're from Karnataka, right?
I'm from Karnataka. My native
So
language
your
is
mother tongue
Kannada.
is Kannada. Yeah,
Yes.
Kannada. So you grab this like after listening a lot. So that's why
Yes.
listening is really very much important right nowadays.
Yes.
Okay, so I have another question for you. That is, when did you start your journey? What kind of challenges that you faced? As you already mentioned that you're from English medium board.
Yes.
So whether do you have any problems regarding spoken English when you started speaking initially? Can you bring back the memories?
Yes, I would say, see, all of us were in the same level of learning because we were all kids. We started at the same time and we kept going at the same time. So I think we were all in the same level of English, talking to each other in broken English all the time. When I say I started learning as a child, it was not really fluent English. It was just a head start to it. That's it. Broken English and trying to change and mixing up our mother tongue a little bit in it. So it was like that. It was not fluent or professional kind of English that we used to speak. But yes, it was English. And back then, even teachers used to make a lot of mistakes, and nobody would focus so much on grammar or pronunciation, I would say. It was just English, English communication. That is it. There are no so many nuances of the language. We were not noticing it so much. So sorry, I forgot your question. Sorry. What was the question again?
No, no,
What
it's
challenges
okay.
I faced,
Actually,
right?
yeah, challenges that we faced. Yeah.
Okay. So as kids, when you're learning something, you don't feel challenge as a challenge because you don't take it as, this is my aim to become fluent speaker by the end of this year or 2 years, or we don't
Hmm.
take it like that. It was like a
Hmm.
everyday habit. When you speak your mother tongue, you don't
Hmm.
face any challenges, right? So do you remember
Hmm.
any challenges you faced when you started learned Bengali speaking? Right? So it was like that to me.
That's a good example.
Yeah.
Amazing, amazing. Yeah, that I really totally agree with you. By the way, I would love to highlight another thing like about related with the previous one. Uh, I just forgot about it right now, but it is related with that, as you already mentioned that a lot of people they can easily nowadays, especially we in 2025, we can easily get a lot of resources from ChatGPT, Google Gemini, or other application as well, and on YouTube as well. But still, people are configuring out to become a fluent speaker. Still, they're searching that out because of consistency, because they don't have the capabilities to focus on very consistently, very perfectly. So for that, they are just like paying off a lot to the mentors. And like because if they took some take some kind of courses, then of course they have to follow the syllabus according to the mentor
Mm.
like program. So that's why I think this has happened. And otherwise, there are a lot of, yeah, I agree with you. I totally agree with you. Like all the resources are available, but they don't have any idea what kind of prompt that I have to use. So
Yes.
that's why I think a mentor is quite important, that I believe strongly. Still, if I have to think about it, that I have to upgrade my English from what where exactly I'm standing right now to what I think of. So then, of course, I can also think like I have to take another mentor, those who can help me to achieve this kind of milestone that I think of or what I dreamed of already.
Yes. But
Yeah.
the drawback is that mentors do not come for free. So I think it is very difficult to, for an average man or people from the villages, for them to afford
Mm.
classes and learn from a mentor, that can be a bit challenging, I would say, because maybe fluent speakers or maybe mentors will not talk to you for free. You have to pay them. But I think it is worth the investment because you will get the right guidance. Other, yeah, agreed, there are a lot of resources, but it is like when you have too many resources, you get confused what to do and what not to do. What,
Absolutely, absolutely.
yeah, who will give you feedback of where you're lacking and what you should do to improve that? You just go from video to video, person to person, trying to figure out, and your day is gone. You cannot figure out things like that in a confused state of mind. At least for a head start, or at least now and then to check your progress, I think mentor is required. And trust me, it is a right investment. They will come at a cost of, maybe if you go for a dinner with all of your friends, so maybe at the same cost you will get proper guidance.
Yeah,
So I think
absolutely.
that invest intelligently, it's going to be helpful.
Yeah, that is important. Like I totally agree with you. But sometimes even still in India, they're not able to expend that much of money,
Yes,
and still
I
they're
agree.
figuring out that I have to not. But they have idea that if I go to the restaurant or any cafes, within a time, if I like purchase any kind of cappuccino, so just like five or four cappuccino that I ordered, like automatically 2,000 or like rupees will be
Yes.
disappear. So I don't know. So if you are expending some kind of money and you're getting some ideas, so it will stay with you for a long time, for your lifetime. So,
Yes.
and
Yes.
in India, that is reality. In India, if you are speaking very perfectly, your communication is so good, you can lead to yourself. It
Yes.
is so real. And whether your education is good or bad, whatever, but still if you are speaking very perfectly, very confidently, your communication is good, people will consider you that you're from a wealthy family or rich family, not a single destitute family, and
Yes.
your education is so good. But
Yes.
that is just a stereotype.
Yes, it is. It is. It decides your status. If you speak in English, automatically you will get respect in this country. And I believe that.
Yeah,
Yeah. We just have
that
only two more
happens.
minutes left before the session gets finished. I mean, get cut on its own. So, is there anything else you would
Hmm.
like to add to it?
Like I don't have a more things to add here, but I would highly recommend to the people, those are you like watching this video, just try to be consistent. Like we have to be consistent. Otherwise, we will not achieve something whatever you have dreamed of about our journey. Like it's reality. Because when I started my journey, I never focus on my result. I just only focus on my efforts that I'm been putting. So like just try to focus on your consistency, be disciplined, and be ambitious whatever you wanted to do. You have to be a clear reason why you want to learn this language, and then
Yes.
you can concentrate with your goal. So
Yes.
thank you so much, ma'am, actually for giving me the chance and like the time, your consideration as well. I'm so grateful. Literally, I'm so grateful. And I'm a kind of nascent on YouTube. I'm very new on YouTube. I never ever like spoke out or never ever used this kind of did this kind of conversation. Like recently, it's been a week that I've started. Thank you so much.
Okay. No problem at all. I hope you get successful on YouTube. So good luck, and it was lovely talking to you. I had a really good time. So all the best. Bye bye. Have a good day.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Yeah, thank you so much. Have a good day. Bye. Take care.
Bye.